Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Join us now is Dr. Leslie Weaver, Clinical Assistant Professor in Livestock Services Veterinarian at the K-State College of Veterinary Medicine. Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys have a busy week coming up for you guys.
We do,
The Kansas State Fair is coming up. But first I want to start out, I want to talk about your role a little bit at the K-State College of Veterinary Medicine. So what are you up to?
Yeah, so at the College of Veterinary Medicine, I am an Assistant Clinical Professor in Livestock Services. And so I do mostly clinical work. I don't do a lot of classroom teaching. I work with the senior students on their final year when they're rotating through the clinics. And I do livestock species. So I do cattle, sheep, goats, alpacas, llamas, some pigs, a little bit of everything.
Wonderful. And so as I said, this weekend, the Kansas State Fair, you guys will be showing off a little bit of what you're doing. How long has the birthing center kind of been a main attraction at the State Fair?
Yeah, so a big part of my role in the fall is organizing the Kansas State Fair Birthing Center. It's been a big event at the State Fair for 30 years. We're celebrating 30 years at the State Fair this year. And yeah.
That's fantastic. And I can only imagine it's got to take a while to kind of plan out these events for a state fair type of thing. How long in advance are you guys looking at?
Yeah, so it kind of depends on animal. So we take a couple months break after the fair, take a breather, and then we start right back at it and start planning again. Cattle, their gestation length, their pregnancy length is roughly similar to women, so 40 weeks or 9 months. So they have to be bred 9 months in advance. The sheep we breed in April, and the swine or the pigs we usually start breeding around May. So pretty much a year in advance. Like I said, we get a couple months break to not think about the fair, and then it's basically fair time again.
And here you go again, yeah. And what animals are at the birthing center this year? Yeah,
this year we are lucky to have cattle. We'll have both Holsteins and Jersey cows, which are both milk breeds, so dairy cows. We'll also have 2 pigs that'll kind of farrow or give birth at 2 different times during the fair. So, you know, 2 opportunities to get to see a pig have her babies. And then we're going to have lots of sheep. The sheep will probably go sporadically throughout the fair because they do what they want to do.
That's adorable.
Yeah, we have all of those live animals that are bred and ready to give birth at the birthing center.
That's gonna be an amazing sight. And what are the hours for the birthing center throughout the fair if people can check things out?
We're open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
So quite a bit. Every day of the fair. The fair starts on Friday, and it goes until the next Sunday. So 10 full days of the birthing center at the fair. That's going to be,
that's going to be a busy time for you guys. And are there any other additional kind of educational opportunities outside of the live animals?
We do have a kids corner, and so we've got lots of different activities for kids to do when they come through, especially if there's not a live birth going on. There's a life-sized model cow with a baby in her that they can palpate, just like we would do if we were presented with a cow that is having issues birthing. There's a life-size model of a horse that they can practice bandaging her legs. And then there's a whole corner of brand new kids activities from previous years that they can go through and work through different games and other activities. They can be a vet for a day and interact with the veterinary students. We also have a ton of FFA volunteers that are going to be there that they can talk to them and find out what FFA is all about. We have volunteers from Wichita State University Tech School who are going to school to be veterinary nurses, and so they can talk to them, and then vet students and faculty from the College of Veterinary Medicine. So lots of people to interact with and ask questions and find out what we're all about.
That's great. I love that the hands-on experience that even an adult can get, but also for the kids, and then also they can learn from you guys directly, where you're almost inspiring the next generation of vets out there.
That's the hope.
Yes,
vets, veterinary nurses, agriculturalists, all of those.
Oh, wonderful. And is there a way for the public to still see the birthing center activities if they're not attending in person?
Yes, so if you're unable to make it to the Kansas State Fair this year, we do extensive social media posts. So all you would have to do is follow the Kansas State University College of Veterinary Medicine on Facebook. And we do live feeds of the birthings. We'll do a morning update usually, and some updates throughout the the day to let you know what all is happening in the birthing center.
Wonderful. Plenty of ways to learn what's all going on with you guys. That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's been such a pleasure chatting with you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course, and of course, to learn more, you can visit vet.kstate.edu.